Hey everyone, welcome. Thanks for being here. For today's practice, we will need a blanket of some kind and your 2 blocks, and we're going to get started in a comfortable seat. You don't have to start with your blanket, but I'm going to, just because for me it feels more comfortable to raise my hips a little bit. So just get settled here and take your time to find your easy seat. Find a place to land. And just sit up nice and tall. Maybe a few shoulder rolls if you need that. Just kind of check in. And we'll just find a few. We're going to just take a few moments to find the breath right away. So imagine you have a wall behind you and you can really just lean back slightly without straining. Just so you can feel a little more space across the front of the body. And take a few big breaths in through your nose and heavy sighs out through the mouth. Just a few times to arrive, to feel like you're kind of releasing some energy from before. Soften around your eyes, around your jaw. Let your body settle into the stillness. Just take a few more, maybe lengthening out through your exhales here. As long as you can get them. Feeling that you're creating a little calmness, a little space for you just to be, and also just to find presence. So everything else trickles to the bottom. And we'll release the left hand comfortably and use our right hand. We're going to start with a little bit of alternate nostril breathing. So maybe find your index and middle finger can come to the bridge of your nose, or you can tuck them under if you like. And you can take your thumb to your right nostril and your ring finger and your pinky to your left. And just hang out there when you place your fingers to your nostrils, the cartilage little indentation right at the sort of tip there. Take an inhale through both. Close the right, exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close, pause, exhale left. Inhale left. Close both, pause at the top. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close both and pause. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close and pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close, pause. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close and pause. Exhale right. Release your right hand, inhale through both. Pause at the top. And imagine you're exhaling through your left, just energetically. Inhale left, energetically. Pause. Exhale right. Inhale right. Pause. Exhale left. Inhale both. Exhale both. Inhale both. And exhale both. And then as you take a few more breaths, start to open your eyes. Cup your knees with your palms and inhale, pull your chest through, squeeze your shoulder blades together and down, think cow pose. And exhale, press and round, curl in and tilt back, chin to chest. Inhale, rock forward, pull your chest through, shoulders down and back. Exhale, curl in and round as you really lean back and upper back will widen. Inhale, forward. Use your whole breath. Exhale. Inhale. All the way up and down the spine. Exhale. Inhale. Cow pose. Broaden across your chest. And exhale, round into your cat. Come back to your inhale, but this time just sit up tall right through center. And we'll just start to make some circles to the right. So just going side, back, side, front. Finding these sort of cat-cow motions, but in stirring the spine around the pelvis, around the hips. Using your hands maybe to press and feeling that all the way up into your shoulders. Deep breaths. The next time you rock through center, stir it to the left. Maybe just soften your gaze here, soften your neck. Feeling your hips heavy, releasing around the low back, mid, and then upper. Take a couple more circles in this direction. Let's meet back through center. And again, just sit up nice and tall. Just pause, find a breath or two. Take your time to land. And if you want, you can switch the shin that's in front just to get a little different sensation. We'll be in our seat just for a little bit longer. So you can stay or switch, your choice. And we'll start to really lengthen the spine. So ground down through your hips here as best you can. We're going to try and keep the lower half of the body and the whole torso pretty much stable as we work through the neck. So just drop your hands down, let your elbows be heavy, relax your arms in some way, drop your chin to your chest without moving. So we're just trying to move into the cervical spine. And then from here, you're going to start to turn towards the right. So like you're trying to look at your right shoulder. Turn as far as you can go. Take a breath, pause into it. And then we're just dropping the right ear towards the right shoulder. So it's like you're turning your left ear up to the ceiling. Getting a nice length through that left side of your neck. And then starting to drop your chin back through center as you come chin to chest. Feel that flexion through the neck. Turning your gaze to the left now. Just turn to the left. Like you're trying to look over your left shoulder. Drop your left ear, spinning the right ear up. Take a moment, don't rush. And starting to roll, drop your chin back down, chin to chest, take a breath. Turn to the right. Spin your right ear down. It's like you're trying to lift your chin up. This time we're going to make a big circle, lifting the chin up and all the way around. Turn your gaze to the left. Drop your left ear and then chin back to the chest. Take a breath through center. Turn your gaze to the left. Spin your left ear down, and instead of going back through center, we're going to rotate. Lift your chin all the way up and around. Turn towards the right. Drop your right ear. Spin your left ear up and then chin to chest. Take a breath through center. Just one more time each side. We're going to first turn to the right. Spin the right ear down. Take your time lifting up and out of it as you make a big rainbow with your chin all the way up and over. Turn to the left. Drop the left ear. This time, chin to chest. Roll it back to center. Pause through center. Turn to the left first. Look to the left. Drop your left ear and then make your big rainbow with your chin. Stretch the front of your throat. Turn to the right. Drop your right ear and then chin back to your chest. Pause. When you get to center, just take a deep breath. Start to lift your chin back upright and find your tall spine again. Maybe shrug the shoulders out. Notice how that feels. And we're going to come into a wide seat. So sometimes called a bear sit. But imagine it's a squat. So it's similar to a squat. My feet are turned out, my toes rather are turned out, and my heels are pressing down as I pull my toes up, really trying to get the edges of my feet down and trying to elevate your spine as much as possible, getting as vertical as possible. So just taking wherever your hands want to clasp or grasp, you can do that to kind of tilt your pelvis forward, flick your tailbone back behind you, get as tall and broad across the chest. And just feeling that space for a moment, trying to drive the knees wide. Think about your Malasana squat here. Take another breath, just as you are, with your clasp, or grasp rather. Keeping the knees driving wide and keeping the length of your spine. Reach your arms forward. So no, holding on here, trying to keep exactly the same shape. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up and stretch as best you can. Keep driving the knees wide, squeezing the glutes. Exhale, twist your torso to the left. You can even imagine you're holding onto a strap here or bar and pulling. Inhale, center, lengthen, keep driving the knees wide, don't let them move. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, center. Try not to twist from your neck. Exhale, left. Soften the face and jaw. Inhale, center. Low ribs in. Exhale, right. Inhale, center and pause. And exhale, release your hands down. Bring your hands behind you and just take a few swishes here. Release all that work. Big breath in. And long exhale. Just shake it out as much as you need to. And we'll just meet forward onto hands and knees from here. And take a few moments to move around. You can leave your blanket there if you like a little cushion under your knees, or you can remove it. It's totally up to you. Find some space between each finger, between your index and thumb. Grab at your mat, push the floor away, and just feel all that movement around your spine. Take another moment, another full round of breath or two. And from here, we're going to take our blanket, and mine is pretty gigantic, but if you have a normal blanket, just roll it up so that it's kind of like long and skinny like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come onto my shins, and I'm going to take that blanket and bring it behind my knees as best I can. So as close up behind your knees and up onto your calves as best you can. And you might want, you know, a little more, a little less, but once you get it situated, you should feel the roll kind of up on top towards the tops of your calves. And we're going to swish. So bring your hands down to the blanket here so you can give it a little pressure, and then swish your hips from side to side so you feel like you're rolling over your calves. It might be intense sensation, or it might be fine, but just taking a few moments, maybe wiggle out your toes and just kind of swishing up and over the backs of your calf, or the calves here, the backs of your legs, breathing. Just feeling a little bit of space. You can find a moment of stillness just to settle into the legs a little bit. Keep the spine tall. Soften your shoulders and jaw. I feel your legs talking to you. Let's take one more breath. Good. Lift your hips just enough. So I'm going to take that blanket roll and move it back like a half an inch, just a teensy bit, so that it's still supporting me, but it's in a little slightly different space. You can even move it down a little towards the ankles a little more. But again, we're just going to switch. So hands will press the blanket down, and you can kind of rock your hips side to side. So maybe you feel a little different sensation side to side. Or maybe you don't feel anything at all. It really depends on your body and on your blanket, actually. So if you have a blanket with a tighter roll, you're probably going to feel this more. Take a few more swishes, but it's still working some stuff out. Keep breathing. Find a moment of stillness through center again. If you need to wiggle and spread out your toes, press your toenails down, sit up nice and tall. Take a breath or two. And exhale everything out. Come on forward. And you can either keep that blanket nearby, or rather under your knees, or set it off to the side. And from here, just take a moment to stretch one knee out at a time, just opening through the back of the knees here. One, and then the other one. And we'll meet in down dog. As you're ready, take a moment to stretch it out, walk it out, move around a little bit, reach through your arms, spread through your fingers, and scoop your hips up and back. Just take a nice big breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Good. And let's walk all the way to the top of your mat here. Set up your blocks. Taking a moment, if you want them, of course, totally up to you. Feet about hips distance apart, soften your knees, and just hang, drape over your legs. Let your neck go. Inhale, keep the knees soft, flick the tailbone back, pull your collarbones forward, shoulders back to your halfway lift, nice and strong. Exhale to fold, keep the knees bent, and push the floor away with strong legs. to roll up like a ragdoll. This first one, just go really slow as you roll up, roll the shoulders back, press your hips forward, and then inhale to sweep up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep it back up. Open some space in the front of the body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And let's step that left foot back to the back of your mat and bring your right foot outside of your block. So we'll come to this low lizard lunge here. So blocks or no blocks. Right foot outside of your hands. And just find some space across the chest. Really keep the whole right foot rooted as you sort of squeeze towards your right arm. Really keep the left hip from collapsing to the left. So keep some integrity through that left glute as well. And just take a moment to arrive here in this shape, into your hips, into your feet. Notice what your shoulders and your neck are doing. Take another deep breath. Pull your chest forward. From here, we're going to spin that left shin in a little to the right, come into a version of our half split. So my left shin is pulling across the mat. I'm just going to shift my hips back and dig my right heel down and pull my right toes up. Maybe feeling a little different sensation. Sometimes it feels good to sort of bend and straighten just a little bit into that right knee. Keep the right foot active. Take another deep breath. Lift your gaze. Plant that right foot down, but maintain that external rotation. So I'm spinning the outer edge of my right foot. My knee, my shin, and my hip are following. My right toes are pulling back, and I'm driving the pinky toe edge into the mat. And again, try to flick the tailbone up so you're not dumping into that left hip. So you really feel that more through the inner lining of your right leg. So just pressing, keep the chest tall. Take another deep breath. Really feeling that space across the front of your hips. We'll spin the right foot back to face forward and lift the back knee. Try to keep the hips low and strengthen that back leg. Power it up. Right toes will turn slightly out. We're going to step forward to our Malasana. So we can use the block here. We're going to step that left foot outside. I'm going to take one. You can take more than one. You can stack 2 blocks. I'm going to sit right up onto my block. My feet are nice and wide. Use as many as you need and just sit up tall. Just take a moment, press your feet down, elevate your spine, do whatever you feel like doing with your hands that helps you to find more space. And just drive the floor away. And take a few deep breaths, feel that space across your chest. Keep it relaxed in your neck, relaxed in your jaw. One more breath here. And we'll start to fold forward. So you can use your blocks here. Keep your toes pointed out for the moment as you raise the hips. So you get that interesting sensation. And then toe heel the feet back to about hips distance apart and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up your spine, nice and heavy. And unfurl, squeeze the glutes, open up, press your hips forward, find a lot of space. And exhale, hands, release. Inhale, sweep it back up. Follow that line of energy and follow your breath. Exhale and fold. From the hip creases, try and lean into it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot steps back. I'm gonna walk my left foot out a little bit wider and drop my right knee down. So I find this low lizard lunge to start. Take a moment to check in here. So my left toes are pretty much pointing straight ahead. I'm not trying to open the hip out yet. Notice if your right hip wants to dump down and kind of roll towards the floor. Try and keep some integrity in the right glutes as well, using whatever you need under your hands to find as much elevation as you can. So we're not dumping into the chest. Still find that opening. Nice and long. Take a few big breaths. Still hugging through the midline. Enjoying this pause, enjoying the stillness. And then we'll spin that right shin across to the left as we shift back towards a half split variation. I'm just trying to still maintain the general shape. It's just a little bit of a different spin on it. So keeping a little softness behind your left knee. Pull the left toes back, dig the left heel down. Breathe, notice the inner lining of that left leg. And again, just trying to feel some space from the right to the left hip point. So the same kind of feeling across every single one of these poses, essentially. You can even turn the left toes slightly out. Take another breath here. Keep your left toes as they are. Start to rebend. You're going to spin your right foot back. And I'm going to bend my left knee like I'm coming towards sort of like a pigeon. So my left knee, hip, shin, and toes are all out, rotating out. And then my right hip really wants to drop. I'm going to keep it sort of lifted. So I'm still driving through my left foot, driving through my right knee. A lot of work, a lot of integrity, trying not to just sit into the joints, really squeezing the right glutes. Take another breath. And then from here, just drop the left foot to the floor, but lift the right knee. Keep the hips as low as you can and just drive that right knee. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, giant step, right foot outside of your right hand. And again, passive squat to your blocks. Sit up nice and tall. Drive those knees wide, chest open. Soften your face and jaw, no strain in the neck. Another deep breath here. Reach forward, lift your hips, keep your toes pointing out, and find a fold of sorts. And then inhale, halfway toe heel those feet back to about hips distance. Soften the knees and fold again. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, roll it up. Squeeze the glutes, press your hips forward, unfurl, get nice and tall, strong in the legs, open in the front body. Exhale, hands through center. We're just going to fold right back to the blocks. Release your head all the way and then inhale, pull your chest forward. Exhale, left foot steps back, low lizard lunge. Drop the left knee down. Pause here. Take a moment. Feel maybe a little more open space here. Drive into that right heel and feel like you can kind of tug it back a little bit. Take another breath. Exhale, spin the left shin to the right and come into your half split. Maybe rotating that right foot, that right pinky toe edge out. And breathing. Keep the right foot active. Maybe a little softness behind the right knee. Lift your gaze, look forward. We're gonna keep the right toes out and just rebend, driving into the pinky toe edge of that right foot, and keep the left hip from drooping. So a little flick of the tailbone back. Feel that space across the hips. Drive into that right foot, lift the chest. We're gonna lift the back knee as we spin those right toes forward for that nice wide lizard lunge, except this time we're gonna add a little bit. You can take 1 or 2 blocks with you, totally up to you, but we're gonna spin all 10 toes to the left. Kick the heels out. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Try maybe to soften your knees a little bit. Spin your inner thighs back. And exhale, fold. For this fold, let's walk our hands out, almost like a wide down dog, and let your head go. And you can always use the block for that as well, if that feels good for you. Keep scooping your hips back and stretching out. Driving down through your feet, really drive the floor away. Let that feel really good. Take another moment there. And then either hands or block pulls forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn towards the back of your mat to a lunge. So now left foot is forward. I'm taking my block with me. I'm going to step my right foot up and behind my left. So my pinky toe edges are sort of together, and just take a moment to fold here, pressing that right knee into the left. Take that breath. We're going to walk with our block, hands to the left side of the mat. Reach with your right arm, tug that right hip back. Drop your head, don't strain here. Breathe as best you can. Any amount of bend into your knees. Just really feeling the outer lining. That right leg all through the right side, right hip. Come back through center. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Really try and find a squeeze of the thighs. And we're going to exhale, fold. We'll rise up. Find your balance here. Really press the floor away. Squeeze your glutes. Take your time. Inhale, sweep the arms up at the top. Exhale, right back down and fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, I'm going to step my right foot back. Drop my right knee down, find that lizard lunge. Pull the chest through here. Drive into that left foot, squeezing the right glutes, trying not to droop in your right hip. Inhale again. Exhale, we're going to spin that right shin to the left side of the mat as we come into our version of our half split. Really driving down through that left heel, pulling the left toes back, chest forward, but neck can relax as best you can. Keep flicking your tailbone up. Lift the gaze, look forward. Rebend into the left, spin the right back. You're just going to drive into the outer edge of that left foot, pulling the left toes up, squeezing the right glutes, and still trying to flick the tailbone sort of up and back so you get a nice strong connection to the right and the left hip. Take another breath. Stand back into your left foot, lift your right knee, pull the chest forward, get really powerful in that back leg. Inhale there. Exhale, we're going to spin halfway to the right this time. Same thing, prasarita, toes out. Toes in, heels out. Take a moment to lengthen, drive down through your feet, spin those inner thighs back, scoop the hips back, and then fold. Option to take your choice. You can do the same fold we just did. If you want, you can set your head to the block to really release the neck. And take a different version of hands. Just keep your feet driving into the floor. Hands under the shoulders, lift the chest, look forward, inhale. Take your block with you to the front of the mat. Find that lunge for a moment. And then left foot is going to step up and behind your right foot. Take a moment to feel the knees sort of pushing into one another. Don't be afraid to bend your knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen. We're going to take a block with us as we walk our hands to the right. And as you walk to the right, see if you can give a little tug of that left hip back. Soften your knees and reach through that left arm. Reach through the left side body. Soften your neck. Take another breath here. Come back to center. Take a moment to really feel into your feet. Press down. Fold forward, inhale, rise up. Take as much time as you need, feeling all the wobbles, and then inhale to stretch. Exhale, hands to heart, refold down. This time, inhale, lengthen. All we're going to do is uncross the legs. Give them a little shake, 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 shake. Keep your feet about hips distance apart and bend the knees. Just bend the knees for a moment, maybe keeping your hands down, walking your hands to your knees and pushing away so you can pull your chest through. Take the backs of your hands to your inner knees. I'm going to push out with my hands and resist with my knees. And as I do that, I kick my heels out, feel my inner thighs spinning back, chest spinning forward. And then keep all that work. Bring your hands to your heart. Pull your sternum through. Draw the shoulders onto the back. Low ribs in. Take a big breath. Inhale. Exhale. Drive to stand. Inhale. Sweep it up. Exhale. Fold in half. Inhale. Lengthen. Fold again. Exhale. Bend the knees. Again, maybe walk your hands up. Pull your chest through. Draw your shoulders back. Kick the heels apart. Feel the outer hips turn on. Hands to your heart. Pull your chest through. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Low ribs hug in. Take a moment. Maybe sit a little lower, but pull your chest a little higher. Feel the muscles along your low back. Inhale there. And then exhale, drive to stand. Inhale. Sweep it up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Last time. Start to roll it up. Bend the knees. Pull the chest through, this time right into that chair pose with your hands to your heart. Kick your heels apart. Good. Take a breath. We're going to stand on that right leg as we drive up. Bring the left knee in. Take a moment here to find some balance and just float your hands kind of above your shoulders. So you can feel the shoulders really squeezing back. Take a big inhale. Pull that knee in. Exhale. Press, kick. Try and flex the left foot, the left ankle. Bend the right knee as much as you need to, but we're going to take a giant sweep to the left with that left leg going through your half moon. So hands or no hands, take as much time. Bend into that right knee. Bend, 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 and then step back. As you step back, straighten your knees. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, warrior two. Drive into that right knee. Take a moment in your warrior two. And then exhale, just reverse Feeling that right knee is still driving forward, open up through that right side. I'm going to use my right arm and I'm going to make a little sweep, a semicircle. So finding some movement through the spine, sweeping forward, kind of press your hips back to your side angle pose. So you're making these little semicircle sweeping motions. And then I'm going to use my left arm to sweep up and back, reverse my triangle pose, straighten my right knee. Using my right arm, same sweeping motion to come into your triangle pose. So sweeping, I'm really feeling that through my spine, working the core, find your triangle pose. Press into that back foot. Take a moment to find your space. Just look forward and down. Bend into your right knee. Start to face forward, pivot off that back heel. Step back into your chair pose. Hands to heart, pull the chest through. Inhale. Exhale, drive off that left foot, bring your right knee to your chest. Take a moment, find your balance. Elevate, inhale. Exhale, press and kick. Keep flexing in that right ankle, bend the left knee, do whatever you want with your hands. Big old kick, 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 float. Step back, straighten the knees. One side is always harder than the other. And then exhale, warrior two, find your space. Take a moment, feel, notice the hips. Just feeling where you are in space. Take a breath. Reverse. Keep lunging into that left knee, squeezing your left glutes. Using your left arm to initiate, you're going to circle around. Finding your way into your side angle pose, finding a fluidity here, rotating open, really give yourself the moment to land. Come back with the right arm up into your reverse triangle. Take a breath. Sweeping with the left, coming through your triangle pose. Again, find that fluidity and then land, arrive. Take a moment. Look forward and down. Rotate back to the top of the mat. Lift that back heel, lean into it. Step forward, chair pose. Pull your chest through. Take a moment, inhale. Stand up, exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, sweep the arms. And exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Bend the knees, find that chair pose, hands to heart center. Pull the chest through, draw the lower ribs and kick those heels apart, really feeling the outer hips turning on and drawing the core in. So low belly in, chest up, pull the shoulders back. So that helps too, pulling the shoulders onto the back. We're gonna lower all the way down from here into our boat pose. So do whatever you can do to find a graceful landing. There we go. And then find your boat pose. So in this boat pose, we can find like a C curve. So we don't have to come all the way down, but if we C curve, driving those feet as low to the floor as you can and keeping this nice C shape. And then we're gonna pull ourselves up. Inhale, knees bend, and then round the spine as you come back to that C curve lower. It's almost like you're gonna sit down. And then pull yourself up, lift the chest. And then round, 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 round. Squeeze the glutes, press through the feet. Pull yourself up, get as tight and small as you can. And last time, round, 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 round. Find a little control, hold. Optional, lower the low back all the way down. Keep the shoulders lifted for 3. Optional, bring the arms overhead for 2. And 1, lay down, hug your knees. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let that go. From here, plant your feet down. Take a moment. Find your bridge pose. So whatever arms feel good for you. Like to use some robot arms here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Scoop your hips under first. So you feel that sort of like your low back is pressing. It's like your back kind of flattens out and your hips feel like they already want to lift. So from that space, then drive your hips up. Feel the length in the front of the hips by way of squeezing the glutes. Exhale from the top of your spine to the bottom. Roll down, really kind of segmenting. Hips and tailbone are the last to touch down, and then right away again, you're going to scoop those hips underneath you, squeeze the glutes, and roll up the spine. And then roll down the spine, keeping the core engaged. And roll up the spine, finding this for yourself, the speed with which you can really work to segment your spine, rolling up and down, rolling up, squeezing the glutes, feeling, not looking for the big back bend, looking for that movement, that flattening of the hips, that sort of rolling. Let's do one more. Squeeze, lift from the bottom to the top, and then lower from the top to the bottom. And once you land, take a moment, soften. Take a couple deep breaths there. Just feel. Give your knees a gentle squeeze into your chest. From here, rock a little side to side. One more core pose. So find your knees right over your hips. So you're in these little 90-degree angles. And you want to maybe take the hands, push into your thighs, and resist with your legs. So starting to really feel the core turn on here. It takes very little to feel that work. So maintain that core connection for yourself, trying to keep the low back really rooted down and reach your arms up to the ceiling. So maintaining the core connection, the position of the pelvis and the low back. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, right arm reaches back, left leg reaches forward. Nothing else changes at all. Inhale, they come up together. Exhale, left arm, right leg, they lower together. Any amount. Inhale, they come up together. Exhale, right arm, left leg, lower. Nothing else is moving. Inhale, up. Exhale, left arm, right leg. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, center. Right arm, left leg. That left knee can maintain a bend or go straight. Inhale, center. Exhale, right leg, left arm. Inhale, center. Low back hasn't moved from the floor. Right arm, left leg. Inhale, center. Left arm, right leg. Inhale, center. Right arm, left leg. Good. Inhale, center. Left arm, right leg. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shake it out. Just shake everything out. Keep everything kind of floating towards the ceiling and give them some good shakes. So much feel everything kind of jiggling around. Maybe just close your eyes. Don't think about it too hard. Just jiggle, 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 shake, 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 shake. Take another deep breath. Keep shaking. Exhale, keep shaking. And then gently hug the knees. And just let the feet fall to the floor. Pause. Deep breath in. And exhale. Bring your right knee to your chest. Extend your left leg nice and long. Give it a gentle hug. And find your twist when you're ready. Bring that right knee over. Easy twist. Finding some space across the right side. Maybe reach your right arm out. Maybe it feels better to reach it up. Maybe you like to turn your left ear down. Maybe finding some different spaces through your twist, different sensations. It doesn't always have to be the same. Take another breath here. Let's roll back to center. Keep the right knee into your chest, bend the left. Plant the left foot down so you can find your figure four. Right knee, or right ankle rather, crosses over that left knee. Take a few moments, swish a little side to side, and just with the action of your right glutes, try and peel that right knee out and away from your right shoulder. And you're welcome to stay right here or hug the whole package in, still trying to keep the right knee from collapsing towards your right shoulder as best you can. Take a few deep breaths wherever you are. One more here. Exhale completely. Plant the left foot back down. Keep your figure four for a moment. And then grab that right foot with your right hand. Find your half happy baby. Pressing your right foot up towards the ceiling and letting your left knee open out towards a half Baddha Konasana. And just feeling for getting the hips heavy here, across the midline, across the center. You can drive that left outer edge of the foot down as you drive your right foot up. Keep the right knee wider than your chest and hold on anywhere. It doesn't have to be the foot. I think I said the foot, but you can grab the ankle, the shin. You can also grab behind your right thigh. Just keep the right ankle flexed and take a couple more breaths there. Shoulders are relaxed. Wherever you're grabbing and clasping, try to keep the upper body soft. Gently, slowly start to release. Hug the right knee in, hug the left knee in, find center for a moment, and then keeping the left, extend the right. Just stretch it out for a moment as you arrive. Find your twist. Again, any version. Maybe you want to switch it up a little bit by dropping the right ear down instead of turning the left ear down. Just finding some space across the left side. Whatever way feels best. Make it your own. Take another breath here. Slowly come back up. Keep the left knee hugging in as you bring the right foot to the floor. Find your figure four from here. Just start with your right foot on the floor, actively pressing, driving your left knee away. Maybe find some swishes. And you're welcome to stay right here or keep driving the left knee away and pull the whole figure four in. Any bind that feels good. Take a couple deep breaths. One more here. Start to plant your right foot down. Find your half happy baby on your left, and then let that right knee open out towards the floor as you drive your left foot towards the ceiling. Left knee wide. Breathe. Take another breath or two, relaxing the upper back, neck, and jaw. Come back through to center, release that shape, hug the knees in, and we'll find a full happy baby from here. So flexing, and again, any clasp, but think about your squat when you do this. This is basically your Malasana, or even like a frog pose in the air. Feel like your feet can press against the ceiling and your knees can drive down. Explore what's going on in your pelvis, how your low back feels, those natural curves in your spine. And just take a few deep breaths here, keeping the shoulders relaxed, no strain there, no strain through the neck and jaw. And one more time as you release this shape, keep your arms and legs floating and just shake everything out from your feet down, all the way down your legs into your hips, your arms, your hands, all the way to your shoulders, your upper back. Take a couple more breaths, just shake everything anyway, feeling a vibration everywhere in your body. And gently let that go. Hug the knees or just drop the feet. And everyone meet with their feet wide, knees fall together. Maybe grab, if you like some support, you can bring a block underneath your head. Close your eyes. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, let that go. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. You're welcome to stay in this shape or choose a different shape. Just eyes closed, soft body, relax, settle in, using any props that help you. Find a good Shavasana shape for you to arrive in for just a few moments, just to be still, be soft, be gentle with yourself, let go of all the effort. Let go of your regulated breath. Just finding a place to be. And feeling all that space, all that energy. Enjoy your Shavasana. Stay if you want, just be there, or start to take some deep, slow breaths. Keep your eyes closed. Maintain gentleness. Maybe just finding a stretch or just a simple hug of the knees into the chest. Maybe just rolling over to your side. However breaths it takes you to slowly come out of that space and into your seat. No right or wrong here. Keep it relaxed. Taking your time wherever you might be, just to enjoy it. Take this moment, maybe bringing your hands together. Find a moment of gratitude. Just thinking of something, anything that you're grateful for. Hold on to it for a moment. Let it swirl around in your brain. Taking up a little space. And then deep breath in. Let it go. Thank you for being here. Namaste.